All right, so we are going to do, I'll bring that a little bit closer. So I'm just doing some work today. Thought I would continue this streaming habit and just put this up there. I'm in a co-working space, so you're probably going to hear some noise the whole time. So I'm not going to be like this, but anyway, just doing some work. So what I'll do is kind of share my progress, trying to figure out the Descript integration when it comes to this kind of stuff. I'm going to turn off. Turn, yeah, portrait doesn't look good, so I'm going to turn it off. Anyway, I don't expect a bunch of people to be on stream or anything like that. Like, this is pretty chill. So put this over here. So I can see that in the corner. And then I'm going to share. Let me just share this computer screen so I can make things a little bit easier for myself. Share entire screen of this guy. So I got Manus here. We have been working on this video pipeline project. That was already has done the historical designation for the tax credits that he can receive. So he's going to send me that drop. So I'm hoping that with video pipeline, we can kind of get some stuff dialed in. Right now, trying to get Descript to work with some of the files that I am working with. So I'm dragging these 5 files into here, telling it to do studio sound, shorten gaps, and then also injecting a remove all retakes kind of process. So there's 5 files. I have Descript. It hasn't been working at all, which is super fun. I think it's really the incentive to develop in downtown in order. So I'm gonna go back to my main. Probably a considerable amount of shell upfit. So this is it's been basically creating the project, but not bringing any files in because there's no URL. It's a local file, so it can't pull in local files. So what we're gonna do is hit start pipeline. And so kind of the same deal with Allocast. And in theory, we should see, okay, this popped up. That, I think, I hope we can get around with not doing an elevator. I mean, I think, he said again with no files. I think, yeah, and it's a private deal. I told him, we're going to give a minute to see, but my guess is it's just creating this way too quick, and it doesn't have time to create those files on Google Drive. Between the steakhouse and Woody's. So let's see here. So the back side of this kitchen would probably tie in to. Okay, it's right here. Yeah. Hood. Yeah. So 4 and 5 are wrong. So this area, really the opening, if I understand it correctly. So we're just gonna. This is the street-facing side. Kind of just walk up. You have the side door, and you got the patio door. Make some adjustments here. So we're gonna get rid of. I don't think you need anything more. Replace these two. Basically, what's happening? It doesn't have a link at all. So if I give it a link or a file with a link attached to it, maybe that'll work. So we're gonna try this again. So he does want to share storage and kitchen. Again, 0 files in this project. So what I've just been doing is going through and deleting all the ones that do not work. Jeez, my interface is in the way. Delete. So he was thinking about delete the restroom, 188, and potentially just one guy. But is there a way to? And at the very least, we can test this with what we currently have. It's probably all occupant load driven correctly. So that's something we'll kind of work through. He had shared that. And let's see what happens here. Bid on this project just because they had some history from the previous owner, They're charging like hundred, I can't remember the figure, $100,000.
So this processing.
And I shared with him, with the alley cats being ground up, that was at 84.
But I do not see any files in here. So
I think here, just because it's
just a little bit of a
landscape
trial and error, especially with you're using AI to create these programs. It's not going to like get it perfect, and you kind of have to dial it in. And eventually going back and forth and saying, hey, that didn't work. Hey, that didn't work. It'll just try new stuff constantly. We may have to get out of Manus Lite and go to 1.6 to get this taken care of.
Needs to be some upfitting of that floor.
Yeah, still not seeing any files populating.
He's ready for us to walk the site, maybe get either maybe it's
okay. We need to adjust the process.
The gentleman that's
let's do.
Who offices in I think Fort Worth.
I dragged over files straight from my Google Drive, and it didn't pull URLs.
Yeah, there's about 3 feet of grade change between here to here.
Just creates a blank project.
You can see that it is falling. So yeah, I think the top of yeah.
I just want to triple check that we're not just delayed on here. Okay.
Slope up a touch, and then that seems to be at finish floor, but it doesn't seem to slope up that steep. We'll just have to look at it.
Open.
But
Right
I
here
just
with the red
assume that
cups is Alex's
top
desk.
floor is
He has
somewhere
papers, so say, "Can you
at
set that
where
on
the
my
top
desk?"
of this stuff
This
is,
one's
which
desk,
looks like to be
This
the
is
vents down to the
available
basement.
for everybody, so I wanted to show
So
you
yeah, he was
visually
saying about 3 feet.
You know, I have a
And this drawer
mic stand thing. Maybe I should just be using that instead of this guy.
Area,
Oh well.
ADA, I don't know.
I figure you guys can probably hear okay.
Perhaps it's
the way you want.
You guys.
And then these
Nobody's
monitors
studied
here are available. Okay. And he wants you to have dual monitors, so we'll be working on that. Yeah, so we'll be setting that up for you this week. Okay. And then anything that is here or in this cabinet, we'll also
Triple check. Yeah, we got nothing. So this is an empty project again.
Where, the storage here is at this grade. The storage that serves Woody's is at their grade.
We kind of sit with it. Okay, what I need to do now is go into my client's YouTube account
be this side door towards the back, though. So
and get them set up.
He's gonna maybe the stairs. There are
Excuse me.
Stairs here that land.
This is available as well? Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, he says it's towards the back, but it faces the street. So I think it's
So enough.
This is kind of the vestibule that perhaps shares a set of stairs. Mhm. So we'll just figure it out once we're there.
Okay, so I'm downloading the video off of Descript. The other piece of my process that I do is
down with the engineer, with the structural engineer, so we can do a walkthrough.
I
do
will.
think, though,
Let's see, let's do an
proposal
export.
just on the scope.
Oh, you can't see
what
that.
We can see
Hang on.
what we understand is the goal here.
So this is the video I just
probably
downloaded.
good, to get going using.
The other piece of the puzzle is using a transcript export into my workflow for YouTube packaging.
Stonework here, refurbishing anything.
And so that's going to export all of the markers. It's going to export all the text. It's going to run it through a brand filter with specifically Live Oak stuff. And so we can look at that just so you can kind of see what this process looks like. This is stuff I've invested a lot of time and energy into trying to figure out. And it's honestly a lot of fun to figure out. So I have a webhook for a button that I use in order to trigger this, but for the sake of demonstration purposes, YouTube title and automation, we'll just run that.
Going through the broken windows, and then I think from the structural.
Maybe it already ran.
Sure.
I don't know. we'll check Google Docs. So basically it creates a document with all the collateral I need for that specifically. It did not run. So that means a couple things. Maybe it's not in.
Yeah, so we will
No,
have,
it's there.
I mean, there's like 0 RTUs.
Cool. It just didn't
Center, yeah.
detect it yet. So it's going to run it through Whisper. That's actually downloading the video, transcribing the video. It's going to run it through Response, create a Google Doc. I'll pull that Google Doc up whenever it's done. But it goes through like a whole range of prompts to give me YouTube title options, description options. Then it also gives me a blog post or a newsletter. So while that runs, let's check over here and see.
Here to a meter, and then this is weird. There's something that looks not power. That's data. That's data. That's cell phone. So maybe this is metering the whole thing.
So it looks like it's trying to figure out per
So
file project. All right, and then this is what happens after that automation runs. So that was that. Which is good. There's too many chapters because I was kind of hacking Descript for part of it. But when I drag this over from my downloads folder,
so that probably is the existence with this private stair access. So
do that, and then go back to here. Let's pick a YouTube title.
The roof is in good condition, but that's the question. We'll probably have to definitely shore up areas where there.
That's good. This isn't really a like.
With how narrow the depth is, the building with these low-bearing walls, that should be an issue to support some units.
I mean, it's very informational, and like, there's not. I feel like this title is more appropriate than most of these here, so I'm just gonna run with this. Chapters. There's really not much as far as chapters go. I mean, I could do.
Yeah, there wasn't
this chapters, and then just take out.
Yeah. Right. I mean, some of these existing spaces that are operating do have HVAC units there, so
I feel like that's probably appropriate.
Right here.
It's not a long video, so it's pretty quick. It's already processed. It's like 4 minutes long. So we're gonna just set this up like this.
So they have a.
This will go into.
There's a doorway right there.
Informational videos.
Maybe that used to be an old egress stair, outdoor stair.
Don't really have anything that really fits for this RMR test.
Yeah, so Woody's will be in that short guy, cabinet states on the ground level, and then family office there with
yeah, we're gonna ditch chapters
through here. I think based on
I just don't have really good chapters for this at all. So it is what it is.
I told him, yeah, it's the similar scope, similar goal as Alex.
So my vidIQ score is going to be low for this, but kind of generating the thumbnail to kind of see what I can come up with.
MEP is probably heavier on this this.
This says it's task completed.
Just because the two restaurants, Grease Chapel, one be identified.
Give it another shot. I mean, this is a process of doing something
purposes, it's
really specific like this. So
minimal.
let me grab.
Yeah. It's really storefront replacing.
There's 5 files from Google
you know,
Drive.
From a code standpoint, energy wise.
Season 4, shoot 2.
We're not adding really footage.
We don't want to upscale or grade, and then we want to add a custom prompt that says remove any retakes. So those are just tests. I guess they don't have any. They have a demo.
Yeah.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't see anything. So
like maybe an envelope consultant. Yeah. Envelope consultant could probably weigh in on, how much you have to do on
don't see anything happening.
side of things to upfit the vapor barrier.
Add in some
Just
detailed
get the envelope to be, and,
information for the processing and the background that you're doing, so I can see uploading,
Yeah, I would assume it's all load bearing,
creating project, etc., so I can see where the hangup is.
He said the adjacent owner, so there used to be a single story building, that's going to be a 4-story hotel, boutique hotel. And his neighbor here, I believe, I can't remember, I think that is some sort of restaurant with a hotel above. So this is currently being under construction.
You gotta take this. I'll be back.
Yeah. It's really new.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, they're going big time here.
Yeah.
He mentioned that he was trying to get work done.
Yes. I'll be down there in just 1 minute. Cool.
It just doesn't pencil out. But Stephenville's like, they're so receptive to growth and it's booming. Just like, a lot of what I'm seeing here in a lot of the Western towns with what's happening to their town squares. I mean, the town of Comanche, it's cute, So, heck yeah.
Well, I don't see a way to pause and take a break. It's called. So we'll just be back in a minute, I guess.
from our standpoint,
Okay.
Our scope is probably much limited, much less in terms of.
We'll get back
more or
into
less just
working
coordination of
here.
structural MVP. In city, just code review, energy review, documentation wise. I mean, we're doing storefront, sections and details and elevations. We're probably doing interior fixture layouts.
It was supposed to make me a thumbnail, but it didn't. So we'll try that again.
Pretty clean. If we have to do sort of a wall section through or the building section through the floor plan, we could do that. But it's we're not. I mean, we're laying it out, but he's doing his
Okay.
interior will do essentially everything, and then he'll have his kitchen consultant.
Nope, that doesn't look good.
So really,
I'll share my screen again.
It's just wall partitions and restrooms.
It just doesn't look like him. And it's a further away video. Other ones are a little bit closer, so it can vary a little bit, but for the most part, I don't want it to vary that much.
Any associated exterior patio design and drawing. Storefronts. Yeah, basically it's southwest facing.
Manus.
Yeah, but
You
it's
hurt.
flat work, a railing, and some sort of shades.
This is why I try to do as much as I can with Manus Light.
So,
I don't know if Codex and other applications use as many credits as Manus does. I mean, Manus is good. That's a problem. It's very
Have you
good.
been impressed so far with them on Ellicats?
I've made it work really well for me. So
Adaptive reuse. Yeah. We had to kind of.
So anyway, I know there's nobody in the chat or anything like that, but
on the deep
I always just try to be.
Just because they wanted to replace the roof and because it had some fire damage.
I don't know. We're just making stuff. It's fine. I'm not going to overthink it. You're just going to exist along with me.
Doesn't fall, and we're not replacing the roof. And so that was a bit of a fight, from I recall. And then those punch openings along.
I mean, the cool thing is whenever I'm doing like actual raw footage,
like shoring those up and all that.
this app is killer. It does the upscaling and grading and everything like really, really well. And it uses the name of the file to know what brand it works with, because different brands have different color and different like settings. So it's pretty sick.
It's a little bit more creative and practical.
Anyway. The other thing we need to do today, after this gives me a thumbnail.
Yeah, they've seen.
See? If I don't stare at it the whole time.
Yeah, the younger, Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. That makes perfect sense. They know exactly the right response. And a young dude, maybe he's got covers, not doing anything crazy. So.
Let's see, what did my document say? So in here as well is thumbnail text options.
Okay. Well, I think I'd love to get Steve out there. Martin Gray, he's kind of a little bit younger than Steve, right?
So we'll do.
ages. Yeah. Yeah, I would assume he's retired by now. Yeah. Like Cody.
I'm doing one of the suggested text on thumbnail options with a
Yeah,
document
pink,
with
thick. Yeah. Yeah, he was kind of ignorant.
report on the right side of the screen.
Oh, yeah. I would love to find someone.
We're gonna see what this gives me. I'm hoping that it can take that frame and then do, set that up to where it looks good.
Who did they use at Brownwood or that early YMCA?
Okay, so let's see what this pipeline looks like.
Who's his go-to structural? Okay, good. Oh, yeah.
Okay, see, that's what I want to see, is that any of that at all is working, because none of it seems to be working. So, new app.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to do it the way it's going to theoretically be done
let's-
over here,
Just
which
get their
is,
idea of
let's double
what-
check.
how much adaptive reuse and what usually they
Like this.
see and
So,
what's the response is.
these are just files straight off a hard drive. These are not Google Drive files. Want to upscale in that. We're going to do season 4, shoot 2, attempt 4,000, 4,045. We'll make it. So,
Yeah.
we should have an activity log down here at the bottom as well. I'm going to hit pause on this for a minute while it is running. As you can see, takes up a lot of bandwidth on my computer because I'm getting the rainbow wheel and my webcam no longer works.
That's the thing. Maybe we have to replace the floor. It's fine, But I think the question is going to be, sure.
That feels fake. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, because it's a basic.
See, it says it's audio only.
But then if you're having to, drill new piers to support that structured floor because you can't depend on the foundation on the sides, Yeah. Well, I think it's more identifying a good player who can get out there fairly quickly. He says he's like 2 months behind on this deal, and he wants to get going. I think it's an easy, home run for us. If we can just, nurture that relationship. Clint has a lot of capital that he's willing to, but I mean, he's also very shrewd. He knows how to make the deal pencil out for him. But, this Woody's deal is going to be probably a great opportunity for us to somewhat be his go-to architect for that prototype.
All right, let's work on something.
He's already, kind of looking at signing an LOI for the Endeavor deal in TCU. And this will go first. He says that's about a year out until that happens. But if we do a good job here, I mean, it'll be kind of
those are just
to do both, and the exposure to those types of
say MP4, awesome. But it is marked as audio only, and it isn't playable.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and he still owns.
We got a file.
He purchased a
crap, we got a file
with cash in Lubbock.
Oh man.
that's still around the corner.
Do you have one
So
for each?
I mean, kind of one of those deals. I don't think we lose our shirt, but we want to be,
And it's transcribing.
You already know what the
So
threshold was
it made
to deal
5
with
different
that.
projects, which is the issue.
In terms of the
Okay, so
$100,000 fee,
that worked,
I
but it
told
made
him 84,000
5
and
different
necessarily said,
project
"Oh, that's great."
files.
All right. I just kind of
I
said,
need
I'll look at this. And,
a single batch
yeah,
to
it's
be in one
CA,
project
right.
of videos to be in one
I was
project.
telling him, just looking at the nature of his project, how much
That's, I mean,
we would be able to reduce our fees just because it's less design, and swap that with the land.
that's pretty
historical
sick.
bill.
I'm not
I was
gonna
kind
lie.
of ballparking him like anywhere from a $65,000 to $75,000